Magic. It's in the air at Hilton. Sometimes it even seems to appear out of nowhere. But Hilton Magic is real, made of effort and heart, producing heroes and legends. And some years, the magic is bigger than a building. It's a movement taking over a town, and this season, taking a title as well. Hello, I'm John Walters, and welcome to Hilton Magic and Hilton South, the story of a championship season. In this program, we'll take a look back at one of the most memorable home seasons in Iowa State history and recap the championship run in Kansas City. And this celebration starts at the beginning of the 2013-14 season. Back in early November, Cyclone hopes and questions were both riding high. Iowa State would have to replace many key parts from the previous season, but from the start, it was clear this team had talent. Iowa State looks good early, but for this team, there's no time to relax. Big non-conference challenges come early and often. November 17th, a national TV audience tunes in as Iowa State hosts Michigan. The Wolverines are coming off a national championship appearance, and some call it the biggest non-conference game in Hilton Coliseum history. But it's also special for another reason. It's a welcome home to the father of Hilton Magic, Johnny Orr, and a symbolic passing of the torch. And it's only fitting that on this day, Fred Hoiberg's team played like Johnny's. Iowa State pushing it the other way. Naz long, right wing three on the way. Got it! That didn't take long. Kane, a pass underneath to Niang. Tough shot, banked it in, left to the lane.
Got it over Horford that time.
Right corner, Morris, long jumper, Monte, rimming, no, and they edge him up high for the rebound, and he puts it back in. Oh man, what a play by Melvin Edgem. Down low, Kane works his way into a crowd, puts it up there, no good. Rebound controlled by Hogue, back up with the left hand, and he got it. Here's Hogue putting it on the floor and driving into a crowd. Jump stop and a jumper right side, good. That's a great move by Dustin Hogue. He's defended by his buddy Monte Morris, drives in. Hooks a pass, deflected away by Morris, cleared by Niang. Down court on the fly to Monte for the layup. Cyclones on the run. Hogue to Niang, all the way to the bucket, gets rid of it to Edgem, reverse layup, good. Melvin Edgem from George Niang. Up the left side of the floor, got a screen from Niang. Kane, a jumper from 14, good. DeAndre Kane with his first hoop. Here is Kane, low left, backing in. Jump hook with the right hand, good! Back-to-back buckets for DeAndre Kane. Naz off to the left side to Matt Thomas. He works against Albert, goes right by him, layup, good! Matt Thomas with his first hoop, Cyclones back within one. This crowd's been into it from the get-go. LeVert on a drive, cut off by Hope, taken away by Kane. Cyclones with the numbers, a throw ahead to Long. Layup is good for Naz Long. And Iowa State leads it 27-26. DeAndre has the dribble way out right. Goes to Niang, low right. He works into a double team, jump hook right hand, good. George Niang with his second bucket. Iowa State back in front by one. Cyclones on the run. Kane on a crossover, drives in, lays it up and in. DeAndre Kane puts Iowa State up 3. 2:15 to go in the half, and Hilton Coliseum has erupted again. Melvin driving into the paint, floating shot, missed it, long rebound. Edgem tracks it down, goes to the bucket, and lays it in. Unbelievable play by Melvin Edgem. 4 seconds to go. They get it inbounds to Walton. 2 seconds. Walton fires a long three, and he missed it. We come to halftime with Iowa State out in front of Michigan, ranked 7th in the nation. 35-34, our halftime score. Back out, George has it between the circles, holds it over his head, gets it to Naz, left wing three on the way by Long. Good! Naz Long with his second three, the only 2 threes of the game for Iowa State.
Yeah, first points of each half. 3-pointers from Naz Long.
Hands it off to Naz Long. Long three-pointer. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Edgem has it back up with the left hand, and he got it. Morris bounces to Edgem, left to the lane. He works his way in. Right hand scoop, good. Melvin Edgem with 16, and the Cyclones are within 3. Kane driving, a good pass to Hogue, and a two-hand dunk by Dustin Hogue.
Well, I hit the elevator on that one. I thought it was going to be a third floor. He kept going to about the 6th.
Now Stauskas drives denied by Melvin Edgem. Cleared by Monte Morris. Cyclones on the run. Morris over to the left corner, Long, a 3-ball. Good! Naz Long with his third 3 of the game. Now backs his way in against LeVert, wants a clear out. Kane, tough jumper in the lane, good! DeAndre Kane just wanted to go one-on-one that time, and it worked. It's 55-52. The Cyclones trail in this one late, but the magic appears. How did he get that shot to go? Melvin has the hot hand. He works against Robinson, kicks it back out. Kane between the circles. Off an edge of screen. Kane's going to pull the trigger on a 3. It's good! Tie game! DeAndre Kane with 13. We're tied at 62. Melvin, shot fake, drives baseline, high floater, no good. Hogue tips it in, and the Cyclones lead. 11 now for Dustin Hogue. 64-62 Iowa State. Free throw line extended right. He hands off to Naz Long. He'll shoot the 3. It's good! Naz Long with his 4th 3 of the game. 14 in the game for Naz. Cyclones up 5. 67-62. And this crowd is really going to make some noise now. 3:22 to go. Iowa State a 4-point lead in the ball. Niang lost control of it, got it back, drives into a crowd, in on McGarry, baked it in, and drew a foul! And George Niang will try for a 3-point play. Kane lobs it to Niang, low right. He faces the basket against LeVert. Jump hook right hand, baked it in! George Niang with another big hoop. Cyclones by 5. Timeout Michigan. George Niang with a jump hook off the glass. And Iowa State leads at 73-68 with 1:11 to go. 21 seconds to go, one more free throw. Naz hit them both. He has 16, and the Cyclones have their biggest lead at 76-68. Here's Ulbrich driving all the way on left-hand shot off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Melvin Edgem. And they'll foul him with 14 seconds to go.
Oh, buddy, what a game. This has been tremendous effort.
Kane looking, got it into Matt Thomas. Matt dribbling it up the floor, they're chasing him, he got it ahead to Niang, and George will dribble out the clock, and Iowa State has upset number 7 Michigan. 77-70 the final, and the fans rush the floor as the Cyclones get a big-time W here on their home floor. What a great comeback, and what a great win over a terrific team, the defending national runner-up.
Well, today was huge. A lot of us got in late last night, then you start looking at social media and you see the students outside of Hilton Coliseum in tents. And that tells you all you need to know about the importance, about the excitement of the national runner-up coming into our building and having an opportunity to really test ourselves early in the season to see where we are as a group. And I can't tell you how proud I am of how our guys responded to the adversity that hit us out there. You know what they do? They stay together, and that's something we stressed. When you play a great team like Michigan, they will go on a run. I told them the last 2 days, I can promise you fellas that we will hit adversity in this game on Sunday afternoon. And that's exactly what happened. And, a team can go one of two ways when you call that timeout. They can go out and feel sorry for themselves and go back out with their heads down, or they can regroup and get together and find a way to pull back in it. And I'm glad that's what they decided to do. Melvin, I can't say enough about him. I told him in my office yesterday, I said, if you do get the green light, I said, I'm going to gradually ease you back into this thing. And I think I took him out for 2 minutes in the second half. So pretty big time performance by Mel.
It was really up to the coaches and docs, and we were thinking that I might play, but not necessarily sure, and then it was kind of almost like a game time decision, and I ended up playing. You know, it was fun to be back. I mean, I don't know if I've been working hard throughout the off season, getting tons of shots up and working on my game. So I expect it to be a little bit better. But it was, this was a great game. I was feeling it, and I was able to take advantage of it.
This is huge for our program, for our fans to see a team winning like this. This is huge for them to camp out all night and then to see this is just awesome for our program, and I'm excited for the things that are in the future for us.
Your final score, Iowa State.
From a great early season win to a December to remember, the Cyclones hit the ground running with a Big 12 SEC Challenge win over Auburn, leading to December 13th and the annual Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series rivalry with the University of Iowa. And this one would be a classic. DeAndre King holding the ball. A quick hook pass underneath Niang. Jumper off the glass and in. George Niang hits a little running one-hander off the glass, and the Cyclones strike first. 6-point lead for Iowa at 11-5. Here's Kane spinning into the paint, leaving it for Edgem for the layup. Beautiful pass by DeAndre Kane. Kane out high on the dribble. He bounces it to Niang, low right, jump hook, right-handed off the glass and in. 6 early points for George Niang. That's a good sign. Now Naz off to the right wing, Edgem has it. Back to Naz, a long three on the way. Good! First three of the game comes from Naz Long. And a big one to get Iowa State within 5 at 22-17. Now over to Edgem, reversal, left side to Morris, driving, layup, good! Beautiful move by Monte Morris. Cyclones within 6 at 27-21. It's Hogue throwing it ahead to Morris. Monte a bullet pass, and Edgem a layup. Screen set by Niang. Now George has it. Quick pass over to Naz. Left wing three on the way by Naz. Good! Second Walmart three of the game for Naz Long. And it gets Iowa State back within 6. No good. Rebound battle tipped around. Finally, loose on the floor. Nobody has it yet. Now Edgem up with it, and he banks it in. Melvin Edgem just would not give up on the play. Morris with it, right corner, gets rid of it to Niang, low right. He backs his way in, jump hook with a right hand, banked it in, and drew a foul. George Niang with a dozen. He'll try for a three-point play. Shot fake and a spin move, kick out left corner. Jock has it with 15 to shoot. Good defense by Iowa State. Jock had it stolen by Matt Thomas. Matt on a run out, all the way to the bucket, laid it in. First bucket for Matt Thomas. Cyclones within 5. Oh, Gazelle inbounds to Marble. He missed the layup. Hogue has his 10th rebound. Great pass ahead by Kane. And Edgem, a layup and a foul. Oh my goodness, what a play by the Cyclones there. Out top to Niang, left side to Hogue. 3-ball on the way. Good! Dustin Hogue with his first basket. And the Cyclones are within 2. Here's Niang putting it on the floor into a crowd. Cross-court kick out Edgem. 3-ball, right wing. Yes! Melvin Edgem with a 3. Cyclones within 1. Got it off the back of a defender and then laid it in and drew a foul. DeAndre Kane threw it off the back of Adam Woodbury, laid it in, drew a foul on Woodbury. He'll try for a three-point play. Handing off on the come around to Naz Long. Naz on a lean-in jumper, rimming good, and he drew a foul. Naz will try for a three-point play. DeAndre Kane had it stripped away, but Hogue up with it. He'll drive and score. Dustin Hogue just hustling, got the bucket. Monte up the middle of the floor, leaves it right side for Naz Long. He drives baseline and lays it in. Naz Long into double figures with 10, and the Cyclones are within 3. Cyclones down 5, 11:50 to play in the second half. Kane to Naz, 3-ball, left wing. Yes! Naz wants it right now. He has 13. Cyclones within 2. Now Hogue to Long, left side Kane. Quick dump down to Niang. Tough shot, banked it in. Left of the lane. First second half points, 18 in the game for George. Cyclones down 2. Here's George driving in on Woodbury with a spin move and a left-hand shot, banked it in. Oh my goodness, what a shot by George Niang. He has 20, and we're tied at 62. Bounce pass to Niang, top of the circle. He'll fire a 3, missing, and the rebound to Hogue. Back up in a crowd, he drew a foul and got it. Dustin Hogue on the putback, and the Cyclones lead it.
Wow. What a great effort by Dustin Hogue.
9:09 to go. Niang, they can't guard him. He drives into a crowd, throws it out to Morris for three. Yes! Monte Morris with a three ball. Once again, the Cyclones trail late until the Magic kicks in. Cyclones down 4 with 2:40 to go. Here's Niang with it, top of the circle, driving in on Woodbury. Tough pass underneath, reverse layup edge him. Looking, finally gets it into Niang. He'll shovel it back out to Kane and he'll reset things. Off to Niang right side, 22 seconds. Niang to the right baseline, cut off. Reverse layup, good! Niang took it in there anyway and got the reverse layup. "13 seconds left. Gazelle will shoot one more to try to tie it. Got to block out too. He missed it, and the rebound to Hogue. And he's fouled by Jared Utoff. You know, shades of Darwin Alexander, shades of Mike Boddicker.
I tell you what, this place was so loud, unbelievable.
Hogue's free throw attempt, yes! He fires and buries it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Now, down 3, 10 seconds. Gazelle, right wing, defended by Monte Morris. 7 seconds, left wing McKay, a three ball, in and out, no. Tipped around by White, no. Utoff rebounds and misses, and it's over, and Iowa State wins it. And the Cyclones come back to win it by 3. Incredible.
Well, Iowa State didn't foul again, and Zach McCabe missed it.
Hilton Magic lives again.
Everybody stepped up and won that game as a team. All right, you guys came together. You found a way once again, all right, to win a game where we got down double digits. All right, big time performances out there, fellas. Big time plays down the stretch of that game. All right, when we rebound that basketball, fellas, when we get back in transition, we don't get beat. Okay, we will not get beat. I promise you that.
Let's go! Hey man, this ain't the first time we've been down. We didn't get
Cyclones State.
Let's go,
Cyclones State.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3, family! Woo!
I played in what I thought was the loudest this arena had ever been with Oklahoma State, and that rivaled it out there. You could feel the vibrations in the building again, and just an unbelievable atmosphere. I give the credit of this game to our fans. There's no way in the heck we win this game without them. You find a way to come back 4 times from double-digit deficits. And I told the guys in the locker room, let's quit making a habit of that. Let's go out and be the aggressor and get some double-digit leads. We're right where we want to be right now as far as record is concerned, but we still have some work to do. And that's the good thing, the positive about this team is, there's still some room to grow. We can still get better, and that's something I'm excited about.
I was great, my senior year to go out, to end on a winning note like Coach Fred did, to get a W in a house that was, full of excitement. Cyclone Alley just really took it to another level today, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and happy that I could, go out this way.
It was awesome. I don't know if you guys say, but I think the game lived up to the hype every little bit. It was a lot of fun playing in this, and I think the rivalry is back. Both teams are great teams for the state of Iowa, but at the end of the day, we all know it's a Cyclone State.
Nice, George.
You know it, pal.
From a celebration to a somber night, the final preseason game falls on the night of December 31st, the day that Johnny Orr passes away. It's a tough night for every Cyclone and one of the hardest nights in Hilton history, but the team plays this one for Johnny. Cross-court kick out, Naz Long. Shot fake, now he will back up and fire the three, and he hits it. Naz Long doing what he does best, burying a three. Cross-court kick out, Adozie. He'll get rid of it. Kane down low, double clutch in the lane, rimming, good! And a foul on the play, DeAndre Kane. Kane on the dribble, bounce pass underneath. Dozy stuffs it with two hands.
Great feed from DeAndre Kane.
Cyclones on the run. Kane with a lob pass and a two-hand dunk for Melvin Edgem. What a great fast break there. Here's Kane out high. Picks up his dribble, bounces to Niang. Free throw line extended left, a spin move and a pass underneath the Hogue. And Dustin lays it in and draws a foul. There aren't many guys that can make the pass that George Niang just did. DeAndre Kane leaves it for Thomas. Extra pass, Naz Long, left corner three, good! Kane on a kick out left corner. Monte Morris a three, good! The Cyclones filling it up from three-point range, and they lead at 74-48. Cyclones on the run. Kane to the trailer. Monte Morris layup, good, and a foul. There's the assist for DeAndre Kane, his 10th. Kane to Niang, out behind the three-point line. George on a drive all the way in. Left-hand runner, good off the glass. That's a tough shot.
That's a tough shot for guys who aren't ambidextrous.
Matt Thomas. Screen from Gibson. Matt on the dribble. Throws it out to Percy. He's going to fire from 17 and hits. Percy Gibson with his first bucket. Quick pass on the block, low right. Ellerman, turnaround, good. Tyler Ellerman with a bucket. That draws some applause. Iowa State wins it 99-63. And the alumni band plays the Tonight Show theme. Here's Johnny instead of the fight song after this one. A nice tribute to Johnny Orr from the band, and he loved the band. And Iowa State gets a nice win in memory of one of the all-time greats.
I'll tell you guys, this has been as hard a day as I've had. Coaching, I talked to our guys just about what Johnny meant to the entire community, to the state, to college basketball in general. And he comes in here and he takes a program that's averaging about 6,000 people and immediately turns it into a national power. And I talked to our guys. I told them I needed them. I said, guys, I'm gonna need you today. This is gonna be a rough one for me to get through. And they did that for us, and they did it for him, and that's what I told them. And you know, I talked about, you know, when Johnny got here, the exciting style of basketball that he brought to Hilton Coliseum. Let's bring that back. And our guys responded. They went out and scored 55 in the first half, and that's Johnny Orr basketball. You know, Coach is watching tonight, and I think he'd be proud of the way this team went out and played.
The coach would be proud as the Cyclones finish the non-conference season undefeated. And now it's time for the Big 12 and some of the toughest competition in the country. January 7th, it's the first home conference game against Baylor. The Bears are one of the preseason conference favorites, but on this night, they have no shot. Off to DeAndre Kane. He'll pull the trigger on a three. It's good! First made, well-marked three of the game. Kane on a run out, he'll stuff it with two hands. DeAndre Kane with 9 points. Here's Kane out to Morris between the circles. Back to DeAndre Kane, he's gonna shoot another three. Good again! Kane driving all the way in, got fouled, put it in! Count the bucket for DeAndre Kane! Tie game.
14 points for DeAndre Kane here in the first 12 minutes.
Cyclones, a 1-point lead in the ball. Thomas for three, good! Matt Thomas, left corner, a three ball, and a timeout for Scott Drew. Back to Melvin Edgem way out left. Another shot fake. Now he does launch one over Austin, and he buried it. A three-pointer from Melvin Edgem. 3:43 remaining in the first half. Here's Kane on the dribble out high. Drives all the way in there. Left-hand shot off the glass and in. DeAndre Kane has got it stuck on automatic. 17-2:05 to play in the half. Here's Morris the other way for three. Yes! Monte Morris, left wing. Kane found him. DeAndre Kane on the dribble. Leaves it right wing for Edgem. He'll fire a fadeaway jumper right side. Good! Melvin Edgem on a two-pointer. Cyclones get the steal. Hope throws it ahead to Kane. Layup good! No, tipped up and in by DeAndre Kane. My goodness, he is doing everything. Over to the left wing, Edgem, a three ball on the way. In and out, no. And Hope tips it in.
Athletic play up high, had to reach back behind, put it back in one motion.
Off to the right wing and Cherry. He splits a double team, had it stripped. Monte Morris up with the loose ball, ahead to Kane. Lob pass, and a two-hand dunk from Melvin Edgem. Oh, and a technical foul called for hanging on the rim. Oh my goodness. Wow, 52-45. Count the dunk for Edgem. Cyclones a 4-point lead in the ball. Kane lost control of it, got it back, got rid of it to Niang. A lob pass to the right wing. Naslong a three. Yes! It wasn't pretty. Niang at the free throw line, out to Kane. Shot faking a drive by DeAndre. Floater is good. DeAndre Kane with 25. Cyclones by 8. Over to the left wing, Morris. Back to Nas. Long three. Got it! Nas Long with his second three. Cyclones by 14. Here's Monte Morris with it. Driving past the defender. Floating teardrop. Good! Monte Morris. Another big contribution off the bench. He's into double figures with 10. Kane on the dribble. Looks for Niang. Gets it to him in the paint. Double team. Great pass. And a reverse layup for Dustin Ho. Got it to Niang. Left side. George backing in now on the dribble against Prince. Up and under move. Right hand jump hook. Good! Here's Niang with it between the circles. O'Neal gives him some space. Now George puts it on the floor and spins past him. Drives in there. Puts it up. Good! And he drew a foul. George Niang just filleting Baylor like a fish. 80-63. 3:36 to go and a timeout on the floor. Kane behind the three-point line. 5 on the shot clock. Kane picks up the dribble, gets rid of it to Morris. A long three. Yes! Monte Morris from downtown. 84-63. Right at the shot clock buzzer. Iowa State will just dribble out the clock now. 87-72 is the final. Iowa State knocks off number 7 Baylor here at Hilton Coliseum. And the Cyclones are 14-0. The best start in school history, the longest winning streak in school history. And they are 2-0 in the Big 12 Conference. They win it big. From a big win to Big Monday, Iowa State faces Kansas on the national stage. Hilton never looked better, and the Cyclones provide some big-time highlights. A lob pass and a two-hand dunk for DeAndre Kane. Listen to this crowd. Cleared by Kane, down court on the fly to Monte Morris, to the bucket, off the glass and in, and the Cyclones lead it. Here's Kane on the move with 7 seconds. Kane to the right wing against Embiid, 4 seconds. Kane on the dribble, fires a three over Embiid. He got it! DeAndre Kane hits a well-marked three to tie it at halftime. How about that? In the end, the Jayhawks win the game, but the season story with Kansas isn't over. By the time Iowa State plays Kansas State on January 25th, the team enters with a 3-game losing streak, but there's nothing like Hilton to get the Cyclones back on track. Kane on a crossover dribble, drives in there, scooped it off the glass and in, and drew a foul. What a play by DeAndre Kane. DeAndre racing up the floor, leaves it left wing for Niang. A 3-ball by George. Good! George Niang hits a 3 and Bruce Weber wants time. Niang top of the circle. He'll put it on the floor against Nino Williams. Spins into a crowd. Throws it out to Matt Thomas for a 3. Yes! Matt Thomas off the Niang assist. 8:05 to play in the half. Cyclones a 3-point lead in the ball. Matt Thomas, long 3. Yes, sir, right there. Matt Thomas has hit 3 threes. And the Cyclones lead at 28-22. Outlet comes to Kane. Cyclones might try to go 2 for 1. Kane to Thomas, right corner. A shot fake and now a 3 for Matt. Good! Matt Thomas with his 4th 3 of the first half. And the Cyclones lead at 44-33. Big time. George dribbles back in there. Shovels it underneath and it's knocked free, but up with it is Ho gonna lay it in.
Boy, he just out-muscled Shane Southwell. That was a tough pass.
Rebound Matt Thomas. Cyclones on the run the other way. Matt Thomas down the lane. Tough shot. Baked it in. 15 to shoot it. Monte on a drive, leaves it underneath for a two-hand dunk for Dustin Hogue.
Great job by Monte Morris.
DeAndre Kane will bring it up with the Cyclones up 4. Bounce pass underneath, great catch, Edgem, layup, good! Outstanding entry pass by DeAndre Kane. Melvin kicks it out. Niang a 3, top of the circle. Got it! Huge shot for George Niang and a smart play by Melvin Edgem. 69-66 Iowa State. 4:07 to go. Here's Kane in the front court. Driving left side, draws contact, banks it in! Unbelievable shot by DeAndre Kane. Defended by Edgem. Southwell's 3 blocked by Edgem. Cleared by Hogue. And he's fouled by Spradling. What a block by Melvin Edgem. It's a good win, but in the Big 12, there are no breaks. Next up at home, it's a February 1st meeting with Oklahoma, and the month starts in style. Comes DeAndre Kane. Bounce past Edgem, right side, drives in, layup, good! Melvin Edgem, the Big 12's leading scorer. Matt Thomas has it. Cross-court kick out to Morris, jumper on the way for 3, a line drive right through. Monte Morris hits a low mark 3. DeAndre thought about the 3, didn't pull the trigger, got it back to George. He'll fire a 3, it's good! George Niang, top of the circle, a well-marked 3, and the Cyclones lead at 12-10. Cyclones lead it by 2. Threw it into Matt Thomas, right wing. Matt fires a long 3, and he hit it! Matt Thomas waited a moment, and then fired it and hit it, and the Cyclones lead at 17-12. Top of the circle, right side to Naz. Naz puts it on the floor, back out to Matt Thomas, left wing 3 on the way, got it! Oh, good ball movement right there. Hogue off to Morris to Niang, low right. Jump hook with the right hand, banked it in. George Niang unstoppable down there. Pass to Hogue on the block, low right. Good pass under the bucket to Thomas, reverse layup, good.
Yeah, nice cut that time.
Cousins, and he drives right in there, had it knocked off his leg and almost out of bounds. Cleared by Edgem after Iowa State came up with a loose ball. Edgem throws it ahead to Matt Thomas. He drives, goes to the bucket and lays it in.
Matt Thomas!
Here's Kane. Off to Edgem, he's going to shoot a 3-ball right wing. Got it! Melvin Edgem for 3. And here's Heel driving all the way in there. Passes underneath the Spangler. Shot blocked by Melvin Edgem. Melvin behind the back on the dribble. Throws ahead to Morris. Underneath to Kane. Layup no good. Edgem rebounds and puts it in. Melvin Edgem on both ends. Matt Thomas throws it to Kane on the block low left. Back out to Matty. He'll fire a long 3. Good! Matt Thomas with his 3rd 3 of the game. And a timeout called by Lon Kruger. Oklahoma on a 6-0 run right here. Here's Niang. Driving in on Spangler. Tough shot. Banked it in. Drill foul. George just took it right to the bucket. 5:40 to go. Neal had it knocked free by Edgem. Cleared by Hogue. Down court on the fly to Monte Morris. His layup's good.
Niang brings the ball up against Spangler.
Hands it off to Edgem. Top of the circle. Off to Kane. Way out right. A pass to Niang. Quick entry into Edgem, and he lays it in. Melvin Edgem off the assist from Niang. 73-69. Niang into the front court. They come to double team. He gets rid of it to Kane. And now Niang has it. He's going to shoot a 3. And it is good! George Niang from downtown. 76-70. Huge shot by George. Gets it to a streaking Edgem. They double him. Edgem trying to split it. Does so. Gets it to Morris. Down court on the fly to Matt Thomas. And he'll leave it for Kane for a 2-hand dunk. DeAndre Kane dunked it. And the Cyclones lead at 78-72. It's another great team win for the Cyclones, but in the next home game, the spotlight would shine on an individual. Saturday, February 8th, Iowa State and TCU is the game, but Melvin Edgem is the story, as he's about to rewrite Big 12 scoring history. Parrish has some length out at the top of that zone. Into the right corner it goes, a 3 on the way. It's good for Melvin Edgem. Now Niang has it, drives in, passes it underneath to Kane. He missed the shot. Tip one go for Edgem. Battle for the rebound again. It's Melvin that comes up with it and puts it back in. Here's Niang with a lob pass, and Edgem lays it in. Monte on the dribble, right side to Thomas. Behind the back on the dribble, gets cut off. And now bounces it underneath to Edgem for a layup. Melvin Edgem with 13 and a timeout called. DeAndre splits a double team, lob pass and a 2-hand dunk for Edgem. 15 in the first half for Melvin Edgem. Kane a great assist, 29-16. Now Kane has the dribble for Iowa State. Crosses over, bounces it inside to Edgem. Melvin with a jump hook with the right hand, good. Melvin Edgem was 17. Here's Kane on a bounce pass to Monte Morris. Inside to Niang, lobbed underneath, and Edgem stuffs it with two hands. Same play we saw in the first half. Cyclones with numbers. Monte Morris running, leaves it for the trailer Edgem, and a big two-hand dunk for Melvin Edgem. Kane off a pick and roll with Edgem, leaves it for him, way out right. Melvin with a drive, pass field, scoops it off the glass, and then count it. Out to Edgem, quickly right side to Kane. Back to Melvin, he's gonna fire a three. It's good, Melvin Edgem with 29. Cyclones on the run. Kane on a pass right side to Monte Morris. Three ball, missed it, and the rebound controlled by Edgem, back up and in. 31 for Melvin Edgem, and a timeout called by Trent Johnson. Iowa State leads it 65-52. He's a one-man wrecking crew. 65-52, Kane with a lob, and Edgem dunks it with two hands. Melvin Edgem now with 33, and it's 67-52. Big time play on the break there. Well, if he's not the Big 12 player of the week, there ought to be an investigation. Here's a pass inside. Edgem has it, puts it off the glass and in. 39 for Melvin Edgem.
And another assist for George Niang.
Now Kane throws it back inside, and Niang puts up a tough shot, missed it. Edgem rebounds, back up in a crowd, got it! 41 points, 18 rebounds for Melvin Edgem. Cyclones by 12. Mercy. Brooks a pass down low to Edgem, who makes a nice catch. Melvin driving and laying it in. 46 for Melvin Edgem. Ahead it comes to DeAndre Kane. To the trailer Edgem, layup good. 48 for Melvin. 84-69. And another timeout called by Trent Johnson. 48 points for Melvin Edgem.
And I'll tell you what, I have to believe that Melvin can't believe this. I mean, if your high was 22, do you expect a 48-point game?
48 points is the most ever scored by a player in a Big 12 game. The Cyclones win, and while Edgem gets the record, he gives his teammates an assist.
I think we had 27 assists, Coach was saying, and we were just giving up the ball, and luckily I was on the receiving end. I think one play that stands out for me is George turns around, has a layup, and he pitches it back to me, and I score. DeAndre slows it down just so I can get a layup and throws it back. These guys, they saw that I was having a good night, and they really, really looked out for me, and that's all that it is. It's a brotherhood, and these guys really looked out for me today.
This will get a lot of national attention, obviously, because of the fact that it's a Big 12 record, and there's been some pretty special players that have gone through this league. I remember I was in the front office, and one of my first games I ever scouted was Texas at Colorado, and Kevin Durant dropped 40 and 20. And, for a guy like Durant and Blake Griffin and, all the great players that have gone through this league, Melvin Edgem's name is at the top for points, and that's unbelievable.
After the Melvin Magic, the Cyclones stay hot at home, winning 3 more to finish 5-0 at Hilton in February. Here's DeAndre Kane against Turner. A lob pass and a catch and finish by Hogue. Dustin Hogue off the feet from Kane, 6'2" Iowa State. Matt Thomas just into the game, bounces it out to Hogue. Over to the right side edge, backdoor cut Kane. Made a great catch and finish off the glass from the left side. All 5 starters have scored. Now out top to Niang. He looks inside, goes instead to the left corner, and Naz Long for a 3. He got it, Naz Long. 20-16, Niang with a shot fake and a drive. George with a right-hand scoop, good. Here's Niang, putting it on the floor against Kravich. Bounce pass right corner to Matt Thomas, he drives. Back out to Niang. Good passing, left corner 3, Naz, good. Boy, they moved it beautifully that time, and Naz hit the wall mark 3 to put the Cyclones in front. There's a lob to Kane, and a two-hand dunk for DeAndre Kane off the pass from Monte Morris. Rocking a jump shot, no good. Kane the rebound. Iowa State looking to push it again. Here's Naz Long and a pull-up 3 right wing. Got it! And a timeout called by Tubby Smith. Cyclones trying to add to a 16-point lead. Morris, a no-look pass underneath the Hogue for a layup. A little flash there from Monte. Iowa State by 7. Here's Anwasser to the left side with the dribble. Trying to throw it out, stolen away by Monte Morris. Monte on the run, leaves it for Edgem, and a two-hand dunk for Melvin Edgem in transition. Now to Edgem, top of the circle. He'll put it on the floor and drive. Kicks it back out. Matt Thomas driving in there. Tough shot, left of the lane. Got it! And he drew a foul! Matt Thomas will try for a three-point play. What a time for his first two. 21 seconds. 4-point Iowa State lead. Here's Turner. Turner against Morris. Kicks it out. Here's Tolbert for three. In and out, no. Rebound, Melvin Edgem. And he'll throw it down court on the fly to Niang. 9 seconds. Niang to the bucket, stuffed it, and drew a foul. Gocher fouled him. George Niang will try for a three-point play to put it away. 7 seconds to go. (4-2) Texas leads. 5 minutes in. Here's Niang driving. Reverse layup, good. Beautiful move by George Niang. Ridley low left, double team. Tried to get rid of it, lost it. Edgem up with a steal. Ahead to Hogue. Down court on the fly, Monte Morris. A lob pass and a two-hand dunk for Melvin Edgem. Iowa State with a 6-0 run to take a 6-score lead. He's got a screen from Hogue, throws it left wing. Edgem a long jumper. It's good. It's a two. No, Doug Sermon says a three.
They both said three.
Okay, it is a three-pointer for Melvin Edgem. Got a screen from Edgem. Tried to go pick and roll. Right side instead to Kane. Right corner, three on the way by Kane. Got it! DeAndre Kane with a three. Cyclones lead at 12-8. Here comes Texas the other way. They throw it away. Monte Morris to steal. Ahead to Naz Long. Left side, Matt Thomas. Underneath Edgem for the layup. Beautiful pass by Matt Thomas. Cyclones up 19-15. They convert after a Texas turnover. Now Ridley loses it. Matt Thomas up with the loose ball. Cyclones on the run again. George Niang to the bucket. Banked it in. And a timeout called by Rick Barnes. It's 21-18. Here's Matt Thomas trying to answer top of the circle. He got it. Matt Thomas hits a well-marked three, and the Cyclones lead at 24-18. Monte into a crowd, back to Edgem, right corner, shot fake and a drive by Edgem, layup, good! Beautiful move by Melvin Edgem, he has a dozen. Cyclones with numbers, a lob pass, and a two-hand dunk for Melvin Edgem. 14 in the first half for Edgem. Cyclones up 7, 34-27. Hogue.
Zone for Texas on the inbound play.
Good pass, and a two-hand reverse dunk for Melvin Edgem. Cyclones could use a bucket here. Niang throws it inside, and there's Hogue with the layup. Boy, another great pass by George Niang. Kane to throw it in here for Iowa State. Got it to Thomas. Right back to Kane. Layup good. Great play that time by Matt Thomas to find Kane. 52-50 Iowa State. Kane to the right side. Bounce pass to Niang. Down the lane. Scoops it off the glass and in. Here comes DeAndre the other way. Left side to Matt Thomas. A pull-up three in transition. Got it! Matt Thomas! From DeAndre Kane, Cyclones by 5. Kane to the right side. Bounce pass behind the back to Niang. Over to Edgem for a three. Got it! Melvin Edgem with 21. Cyclones up by 5. 63-58. 7:13 to go. Kane to the right wing. Fires a three. Good! Here's Kane with a crossover dribble and a drive. Layup good! DeAndre Kane with the answer. He's heating up. 19 for Kane. Second try for Dustin. Rimming no. And tipped in by George Niang. 20 in the game for George. Cyclones by 10. Taylor on the dribble. Tough shot slotted away by Hogue. Out of bounds, and it belonged to Texas. Six seconds to go. And the inbound to Monte Morris, and that will do it. Iowa State has won its 7th game of the season against a ranked opponent. They're now 7-2. Here comes DeAndre Kane. Off to the right wing and Morris. Monte a shot fake and a great pass to Edgem for the layup. Niang, left corner. He'll put it on the floor against Williams. A spin move and a jump hook with the right hand. He got it. Signature move for George Niang, 7-4. Try to get him in the air. Williams, tough shot, blocked by Kane on help defense. Cleared by Edgem. Cyclones into the front court. Edgem to Morris, inside to Niang. George, reverse layup, good. Morris into the front court to the left wing. Hesitation move. And a drive under the bucket. Layup, good, and a foul. Monte Morris with a great finish. And he'll try for a three-point play. Kicks it out left corner. Naslong for three. Yes! Morris up the left side of the floor. throws it to Niang, top of the circle. 3 ball. Yep. And a timeout called by Bob Huggins. He's defended by Kane. Harris got by him on the dribble and tried to dunk it. It's knocked free. Hogue up with the loose ball. Ahead to Edgem. Edgem driving it. Lean-in pass. Right corner to Naz for a 3. Got it! Naz long. I thought Edgem was going to try to dunk it. And then he kicked it out to the right corner for Naz, and he buried a 3. They'll throw it left side to Naz long over to Yang. There's the entry pass. Kane the catch in a crowd under the bucket. Reverse layup, no. Hogue rebounds. Back up in a crowd. Banked it in and draw foul. Count the bucket for Dustin Hogue. Naz long up the right side of the floor. Naz on a kick out left wing to Morris. Inside pass. Reverse layup. Hogue good and a foul. Dustin Hogue on the finish again as he was hitting the deck. And a great entry pass by Morris.
Early offense, though, once again, John. Iowa State pushing the ball down the court.
Yang top of the circle against Williams. Spins in. Jump hook with the right hand. Yep. That's a good-looking move by George Niang. He has 11. Second attempt by George Niang is no good, but he got his own rebound. Took it back in. Left-hand shot off the glass and in. 13 for Niang. Cyclones back up 8. Out it comes. Hogue reverses it over to the right side. Kane. DeAndre driving. Bounce pass to Edgem. Great look. And a finish by Melvin. And a foul on the play. He'll try for a 3-point play. Left corner. Inside Hogue. Works his way in. Reverse layup. Good. Boy, Hogue's had some great finishes in this game. 44-33 Iowa State. Rebound controlled by Edgem. He was trying to draw a foul. Here comes Kane the other way. DeAndre driving it. All the way to the hoop. Layup good. 9 for Kane. Cyclones by 11. Up Naz Long, right wing 3. Yes! Third 3 of the game for Naz Long, and a big one right there to get the lead back up to 9. Ante driving, kicks it out. George Niang for 3. Yes! 18 for George Niang. Here's Kane off to the left side. Naz for 3. Good! 5th Walmart 3 of the game for Naz Long. Now Staten tried to answer in on Naz, and he's fouled. No, it's out of bounds to Iowa State.
Naz stripped him. He had good position.
Niang on a back cut lob to Kane. What a great one-hand finish by DeAndre Kane. Incredible play. 66-57. Cyclones by 9. Morris off of Niang's screen. Splits a double team with a drive. Great pass. Hogue, layup good.
Another great assist. Great play by Monte Morris.
9-point game. 4:18 to go. Niang driving it on Watkins, spin move, and a tough shot. Good. He is just unstoppable. 24 for George Niang. Cyclones by 11. Monte crosses over, gets it to the left corner to Hogue for a 3. Good! 10th assist of the game for Monte Morris. Kane dribbles out the clock all by his lonesome. 83-66, Iowa State the win over West Virginia as the Cyclones pick up a big win at home. One home game left. It's senior day against Oklahoma State. And once again, a classic is just around the corner. Here's a lob by Niang and Edgem the layup. Melvin Edgem gets the first bucket. Kane throws it to Morris way out left. Quick pass to Niang, top of the circle. Right side to Kane. He'll put it on the floor. Cut off by Brown. Fires a fadeaway jumper for 3 and hits it. DeAndre Kane. Iowa State down 4. Here comes Monte Morris. Leaves it for Niang. Left wing 3, George. Line drive, goes in. Cyclones pushing it the other way with DeAndre on the dribble. Into a crowd he goes, running left-hander, around and in. DeAndre Kane got the roll, and the Cyclones are within 2. Forte, he drives it, puts it up, denied by Melvin Edgem. Down court on the fly to Kane. DeAndre to the bucket, layup good. Oh, the two seniors teaming up there. Melvin with a shot fake, now a fire from 17 feet, and he hit it. Melvin Edgem finally breaks the drought. Here's Kane on the right side, driving it through a crowd, putting it off the glass and in. That's one way to get her done. It's 45-29, the biggest lead of the game for Oklahoma State with 16:19 to go. Cyclones need to spread that floor. Here comes Niang, 3 ball, top of the circle. Yes! George Niang hits a 3. Maybe that'll help get the Cyclones off the schneid. Hogue with it. Throws it out to Edgem, knocked free by Smart. Edgem comes up with it, drives it, puts it up off the glass, and gets the roll. Melvin Edgem with 8. Cyclones trail by 12. Brown over to the right side with a dribble, 8 on the shot clock. Taken away by DeAndre Kane. Cyclones on the run. Kane all the way to the bucket. Layup good. Here comes Iowa State down 11. DeAndre Kane off to the right side. Naz for 3. Got it! 45-37. Naz long the steal. Iowa State on the run. Naz ahead to Kane. Back to Naz. Layup right hand. Good! Here comes Kane with it. DeAndre driving in on Nash. Right hand scoop. Good! And another timeout's called by Travis Ford. 45-41. Iowa State on a 12-0 run. Matt on the dribble. Off to Naz. 3-ball right wing. Yes! Naz Long has given Iowa State a huge spark off the bench. 55-52, Cyclones back within 3. Niang has it, left baseline, puts it on the floor with a spin move, right hand jump hook, good! George Niang does it again, 16 for George. Kane getting a screen from Niang, trying to go pick and roll, instead out to Matt Thomas, 3 left wing, good! Iowa State's in front. Matt Thomas with a well-marked 3. Iowa State and Oklahoma State tied at 57. Cyclones trailed by 16 here in the second half. Here's Kane. Off to Niang, right side. Shot faking a drive. Runner off the glass is good. George just threw it up there off the glass and in. And Iowa State resets with 6 minutes to play. Here's a quick pass from Niang and a two-hand stuff by Dustin Hogue. And a timeout called by Travis Ford. He's furious as they lost Dustin Hogue under the bucket. And George Niang so alert. Late in this one, it doesn't look good. Melvin Edgem is fouled out, and the Cowboys are looking to wrap it up. But once again, the Magic is about to make an appearance. 5 seconds to go. Phil Forte to shoot one more free throw with Oklahoma State up by 3. Crowd trying to make it difficult. Forte's free throw attempt, no good. The rebound to Matt Thomas. Here comes Kane, 3 seconds. Ahead to Naz Long. He's going to fire for the tie. Good! Naz Long does it again! Are you kidding me? Naz Long, who did it in Stillwater, does it again in Ames. A 3-pointer to force overtime. Oh my goodness! This place is going bananas! Naz Long! We go to overtime! Naz Long shoots his way into Hilton Magic folklore with a game-tying 3. We're going to overtime, where once again, the Magic is in the building. Oh man, I don't even believe it. Hilton Magic lives on. Iowa State and Oklahoma State go to overtime again. Top of the circle, off to the right wing of Naz. He'll enter it into George Niang. Jump hook with the right hand, off the glass and in. Brown fires a jumper over Niang, no good, and a foul called on George Niang, who fouls out of the game. So he and Edgem are both done. Oh man. Cyclones down 3. Under 3 minutes to play in the first overtime. Here's Naz Long on a drive. In on Murphy. Layup good! Naz Long took it all the way to the bucket. 13 for Naz. 76-75. Iowa State within 1. And this crowd will try to help Iowa State defensively with 2:40 to go. And he missed it. And the rebound to DeAndre Kane. So Iowa State down 1. Here comes DeAndre on the dribble. Picked up by Brown. Crossover drive, and Kane had it stripped free. He got it back and put it up and in. Cyclones lead it. DeAndre Kane got his own shot back. DeAndre one more. Free throw attempt is good. DeAndre Kane clinches it for Iowa State. Oklahoma State gets it inbounds to Brown. He'll fire from half court, and he missed it. And Iowa State has beaten Oklahoma State in overtime, 85-81. They sweep the season series over the Cowboys, and they have Naz Long to thank for it in both occasions.
You want to go out on top in a building that means so much to you. And, you know, Melvin had 4 years in this building. DeAndre had 1. Both had some pretty special moments in here, and you want to go out with a big one, and both those guys did that in a big way today. Good teams find a way to win, and that's what we did today. So again, you build on that now. We have good preparation leading into our game against Kansas State on Thursday, and hopefully go out and play well.
Now is go time. Now is go time. We've got 2 chances to win championships here, all right? And I got not one player outside this locker room I'd rather have on this team, all right, than you guys. We've got to keep that focus, man, all right? That's the way to bounce back after 2 tough ones and bring it back together and bring it back home and get this win. And these are momentum wins, fellas, I promise. All right, when you get a game like this, that propels you on special things, and that's what's going to happen to us. All right, guys, okay?
One shot. Besides the win, man, one more word. That's family. 1, 2, 3. Family. That's family.
What a way to finish at home. The Cyclones tie for 3rd in the powerful Big 12 Conference. But this team's dreams continue as the Magic hits the road to Kansas City and Hilton South for one of the best 3-day rides in school history. Here's Edgem. Edgem putting it on the floor once, bouncing it over to Morris. He drives it into the crowd, kick out left corner. Hogue for 3. Good! Dustin Hogue off the Morris assist. Kane on the dribble out high, throws it to Monte Morris, right wing. Now to Niang, low right. He works in, jump hook with the right hand, good! A line drive right through, and all 5 Cyclone starters have scored. It's inside to Edgem, works in on Gibson. Left hand shot, no good. Rebound deflected out of there. Matt Thomas has it. Right baseline jumper, in and out, no. Edgem rebounds, back up in the crowd, no. But Niang rebounds and puts it in. Bounce pass inside Niang, he works in, jump hook with the right hand, running good, and he was fouled. Didn't know if they'd call that bump or not as George got shoved out of there as he took that jump hook. Monte Morris up the left side. He's going to try a 3. Good! Monte! Kane throwing it off to Niang. Left wing 3 by George. Yes! George Niang with a well-marked 3. And the Cyclones lead at 28-23. It's ahead to Kane. Dunk on the fly. Monte Morris leaves it for the trailer. Hogue, layup, good! Dustin Hogue in transition. To the right wing, throws it out to Edgem. Got a 3, he's going to take it. And he got it! Melvin Edgem for 3! To the right side of Kane, he'll work against Williams, got by him, layup good. DeAndre Kane blew right by Nino Williams and got the layup. Shot fake and a drive, kick out to Kane, open 3 right side, got it! DeAndre Kane off the assist for Melvin Edgem. Cyclones lead it by 5. Now Spratling has it on the right side. Lost control of it, Edgem up with the loose ball. Ahead to Monte, numbers for Iowa State. Nez long, the layup. And a timeout called by Bruce Weber. 1:59 to play in the half, and Iowa State now with a 6-point lead. Bounces it down low, Gibson gets it back up. Steal for Monte Morris. Cyclones on the run. Monte a crossover dribble and a drive. Pass underneath to Edgem, and the layup goes for Melvin Edgem. A dozen for Melvin, and a great play by the freshman Morris. Cyclones lead at 44-36. DeAndre Kane over to the left corner and Hogue. Bounce pass inside to Niang for the layup. Really nice entry. Niang the finish. Kane the throw ahead to Morris. Great pass back to Edgem. He drives it, lays it up, rimming good, and a foul called. No, it's off. No, count the bucket. It is a N1 opportunity here for Melvin Edgem. Melvin one-on-one against Gibson, drove by him, put up a tough shot, banked it in, and a foul on the play. Melvin Edgem will try for another N1 with a foul on Marcus Foster. Being able to catch it right corner, throws it out to Naz. Down low, Hogue, reverse layup, good. Dustin Hogue just keeps battling. Cyclones running, Morris driving, draws contact, nothing called. Tip would go up, he missed. Hogue rebounds, back up in the crowd, got it, and drew a foul. Oh man, I said it in the break to Eric, I'll say it again. I just love having Dustin Hogue on our team. Off to Hogue, 13 minutes to play. Great entry pass, Niang a layup. That's twice that Hogue has found Niang. 14 for George. Kick out to Morris. Ball fake and a drive. Off to Edgem. Right wing 3 by Melvin. Yes! 20 points for Melvin Edgem. Bounces it to Hogue, low left. He works in against Thomas Gibson. Trying to back him in. Turn around, jumper in the paint. Good! Dustin Hogue with 16. And the Cyclones regain the lead. 8 on the shot clock. Cross court, Hogue. A backup jumper, left baseline. Good! Oh, Dustin Hogue with a jab step jumper, left baseline. He has 18. Here's Monte Morris. Good pass underneath the Kane. He's fouled and got the layup. DeAndre will try for a 3-point play. A good cut. And Monte Morris found him Now to Monte Morris, left wing, inside to Niang. He tries to drive in there on Gibson. Jump hook with the right hand. Good. George Niang. Bounce pass comes out. Here's a 3-ball by Naz. Good. Naz Long does it again. A 3-pointer to put Iowa State in front, 81-78. Gets it into Niang. Cross-court pass to Edgem, under the bucket. Great catch. Great finish by Melvin Edgem. Just throw it back up over his head and banked it in. Cyclones by 3. Driving, cut off by Hogue. Stripped by Hogue. Cleared by Monte Morris. 3-on-1 break. Morris to Long. Layup good. Naz Long in transition. Throwing Foster a 3 over Hogue. Missing. And Edgem had the rebound. Deflected away. But Niang comes up with it. 6 seconds. George on the run. Long pass. And Naz Long a layup. And that's going to do it. Naz Long put it in. And now Spradling misses from half court. And the Cyclones win a thriller. 91-85. Wow, what a ball game.
Hey, this is step one. This is step one. We got 2 more to go to cut down those nets. All right, we got a big one tomorrow. Get yourself some rest. Get a lot of fluids. Get yourself some rest. Hey, we were supposed to win this one, fellas. All right, we were supposed to win this one. All right, tomorrow we're going to go out and do the same. All right, you guys deserve it. All right, congratulations. All right, let's come out and get this one tomorrow. Here we go.
We've been here. Let's go further. Way to do it for your brothers, man. Family. 1, 2, 3, family.
But we were just doing all around, good job towards the end, just sealing the game when we had the lead, not letting it go. Naz hit some clutch free throws. Dustin was a beast on the glass, had some tough shots down the stretch. George came in after some foul trouble and made some big shots. So we just made big shots. We got stops. We were able to extend the lead and hold out for the game.
Kansas State is such a physical team. They kind of match up with us really well as far as their 4-man being step out and shoot the ball, and everybody's touching the ball, and they can stretch the floor and everything. So it was really about who wanted it more. And me and Melvin, when we come out, me and Melvin both come out and get 10 rebounds. We're a pretty tough team to beat.
The guys are out there fighting. Like I said, man, it's just one game and go home, and nobody wanted to lose. Credit all to K-State. They fought hard. They played hard for 40 minutes. We played hard for 40 minutes. Unfortunately, we hit enough late shots, down the stretch to come away with that win. And I just give credit to my team and coaching staff for putting us in great position to win a game today. It was a team effort today. Everybody stepped up, but we get rid of this one and we look for the next opponent tomorrow.
It was a great win, but with that being said, we got to let it go, because if we don't win tomorrow, we didn't obtain our goal of coming here and winning first place, and that's the ultimate goal, and that's what we want to achieve.
On the dribble, Kane out near the top of the circle, shovels it over to Niang. He's going to try a 3 right wing, and he got it. George Niang has the ability to take him off the dribble. Gets it to Kane, a left wing 3 for DeAndre. Yes! DeAndre Kane connects, and the Cyclones lead at 7-3. Morris into the right wing, throws it out to Niang, over to the left corner. Hogue, he's going to launch a 3. Good! Dustin Hogue hits from the baseline. Loose on the floor, a scramble for it. Edgem up with the loose ball. Ahead to Morris. Monte up the left side, a pull-up jumper over Tharp. Good! Oh, the freshman showing some courage there in a 12-7 Iowa State lead. Over to the right corner, Tharp, a pass inside to Black. Shot denied by DeAndre Kane, out of bounds to Kansas. Now Kane fires a 3, and he got it! DeAndre Kane with his second 3. George up the right side, drives it in there on trailer, jump hook right hand, banked it in. And a timeout called. Niang looking for the backdoor action with Edgem, but Ellis stayed with him. Now Niang driving it right side. Tough shot with the right hand, got it. Crossover dribble and a drive by Kane, draws contact and gets the shot down. Count the bucket for Kane, and he will finally get that trip to the free throw line that he's been begging for. Off to Morris, behind the three-point line. He'll pull the trigger. Got it! Monte Morris from downtown. Another 3 for Iowa State. Iowa State races ahead. Here's Edgem driving. Tough shot. Banked it in and drew a foul. And Melvin Edgem will try for a 3-point play as the Cyclones, after a made basket, ran. And now a timeout on the floor. 3:45 to go. Now Niang, a cross-court kick out to Kane. He's going to shoot a 3 right corner. Good! DeAndre Kane with his third 3 of the first half. He has a dozen. Cyclones pull even at 46. DeAndre driving it, leaves a pass underneath for Hogue, and he got the left-hand layup, and we're tied at 48.
couple times KU's been able to get a basket off a scramble situation.
Kane on a drive, leaves it for Adozie, and he got the bucket and drew a foul. Daniel Adozie, the finish.
Just muscled it through.
Now to Kane. He gets past Green with a drive, puts it off the glass and in. Beautiful drive by DeAndre Kane. Here's Morris off to Kane, 7 on the shot clock. Kane asks for a clear out against Ellis. He'll fire the 3 over him. And he got it! DeAndre Kane has got it stuck on automatic. 20 in the game for Kane. Tharp picks him up, a pass to the right corner and long. Bounce pass inside, Niang layup. Great entry pass by Naz Long, Cyclones by 8. Bounces it to Niang, baseline right. George backing in on Trailer. Working him, jump hook with the right hand off the glass and in. Looking for Niang, couldn't get it to him. Now edge him over to Naz, a 3 left side. Yes! Naz Long, his first bucket, a well-marked 3. Cyclones up 66-57. Kane on a crossover dribble, got a screen from Niang, bounces it to George, layup, good! Oh, the pick and roll worked to perfection there. 17 for Niang, Cyclones by 9. Naz into the front court, hits the brakes, throws it to Niang, way out right, now to edge him. Great pass, and Hogan, 2-hand dunk! Monte puts it on the floor, behind the back, spins into the lane, puts up a tough shot, rimming no, but the rebound to Adozie. Daniel kicks it out. Here's Hogue for 3 left side, shot it long. Rebound Morris, back up and in! Monte Morris with the putback. Kane throws it out to Morris. Mason right in his chest, now Niang low right. Backs in on Trailer. Turnaround jumper, Niang, good! George Niang, over to the left wing with it, throws it to Niang. Shot fake and a drive by George, and on Trailer, jump hook off the glass and in! Well, George Niang is doing it all. 23 points in this game. 13 to shoot it, George driving, floating jumper in the lane, good! George Niang carrying Iowa State offensively right now, 25 points. Now to Edgem right wing, he'll drive it past Wiggins, floating jumper, good! Melvin Edgem scores in the lane, 17 for him, Cyclones back up 12. Here comes Selden, 9 seconds, Selden a pull-up 3, bank no good, rebound Hogue, and that's gonna do it. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, Monte Morris dribbles out the clock, and Iowa State knocks off the top seed Kansas in impressive fashion. 94-83 the final. The Cyclones are on to the Big 12 championship game tomorrow night at 8. What a performance this evening.
Couldn't be more proud of these guys, how they came out of the gate after a very tough physical game yesterday against Kansas State. Everybody that stepped on the floor made a big contribution today. You look at these 3 guys, what they did. Then you look at a guy like Daniel Adozie, who hasn't had a lot of minutes for us, came off the bench and was huge. Was able to spell our guys. We had a couple guys cramping up over there on the side. But for those guys coming in there, giving us those nice spot minutes to give these guys some rest was very important as anything that happened today.
It shows how versatile this team is, how many weapons we have, and how hard we are to beat when we're all clicking. So, we're doing a great job, and we're really rolling right now, and I think that it's just going to continue to go in that direction.
Coach preaches, how are you going to act when adversity hits you? Are you going to give up? Are you going to point the finger? Or are you going to point the finger at yourself? How are you going to act? So, he asks us that question all the time, and I feel like we came here for a reason, and we didn't want to go down without a fight, so we just kept fighting, clawing, pulling, and we feel like we had these guys. In the second half, we came out and made the first punch, and from there, it was clear skies.
Coach preached beginning in the game that teams are going to go on runs, and adversity is going to hit, but how you're going to respond, and you just got to keep playing, man. You got to play 40 minutes. You can't play 38, 36-minute games. You got to play 40 minutes, play it all out, and their fans are pretty loud, but our fans are pretty loud too, and we just went out there and played hard.
And I thought offensively we were really good all night with our spacing. Played a lot of 2-man games, and we were able to knock down shots. So that just a great win for our guys. Really proud of them. Big opportunity in front of us tomorrow.
We love competing for championships, and Coach says take it one day at a time. And the Big 12 championships in front of us right now, and that's what we're looking to compete for.
That's good! Naz Long has the timely shot again. Morris, right wing. Off to the right corner, Niang. Bounce pass underneath. Hogue letting the traffic clear. Tough shot, baked it in! And drew a foul. That'll get him going. Out to Kane between the circles, into the lane and edge him. Back out to Naz. 3-ball left wing. Yes! Second three for Naz Long. Cyclones to within 7. 3:52 to go in the half. Kane, a great pass to Thomas. Little jumper left side, good. Matt Thomas. And now Austin tries another one, and he missed it. Long rebound to Kane. Cyclones trying to push it. DeAndre on the run. A pull-up three in transition. Got it! DeAndre Kane with a well-marked three. Cyclones trail 24-19. DeAndre between the circles now throws it to Morris. Long three, Monte. Yes! Monte Morris with his first field goal. Pressuring out high in that zone, now to Niang. Niang trying to drive it left side, puts up a tough shot, got it! George Niang with his first field goal, Cyclones within 4. Morris to Niang, free throw line left, drives in, one-hander, good! George Niang connects again! Over to the left side with the dribble, bounces it inside to Niang. George works his way in against Isaiah Austin, puts up a reverse layup and hits it. Niang so crafty down there. Cyclones back within 3. Here's Cherry to the left side, throws it out to Austin. He drives, runs over Hogue, and an offensive foul called. And there's the third on Isaiah Austin. Picked up by Niang. Off to Morris, he drives, floating jumper, good. Monte Morris connects in the lane. Cyclones within 3. Cyclones down 8. Drive by Kane, tough shot, banked it in. DeAndre took it right at him that time. 5 on the shot clock. An entry pass to Austin, turnaround jumper over Niang, no good. Rebound Hogue, quick outlet pass to Kane. DeAndre to the bucket for a layup. Back-to-back buckets by Kane, Cyclones within 4. Bounces it down low, and a tough shot wouldn't go for Kane. Rebound Hogue, back up and in. Dustin Hogue, an animal on the offensive glass. Bounce pass back to Edgem, tries to drive it in there, tough shot off the glass and in. First field goal for Melvin Edgem. Niang splits a double team, throws it out to Matt Thomas. He drives, leaning left-hander, banked it in. How about that shot by Matt Thomas? Back out to Franklin. Shot fake and a drive. Bounce pass out to Jefferson. Stripped away by Edgem. Cyclones on the run. Melvin Edgem off to Kane. Layup good. A fast break bucket for DeAndre Kane. And Iowa State's within 2 at 49-47. Naz Long right corner. He's going to shoot the three. He got it. I saw him standing over there waiting for it. He caught it, fired it. We're tied at 50. Naz Long, so timely as usual with that 3-ball. Kane out to Edgem, top of the circle, 3 for the lead. Got it! Melvin Edgem from downtown, 53-50. Iowa State has its first lead. Kane gets it to Niang. He drives it right side, running one-hander, good! George Niang with 9. Cyclones back in front, 56-55. 47 to go. Naz Long tries to answer for 3. He got another one! Naz Long from downtown and a timeout called. He'll get it from Niang, takes it to the left side, throws it to Edgem, top of the key, 3. Yes! Melvin Edgem's hit that shot twice. He's into double figures, and the Cyclones lead it 62-58. Kane a crossover dribble, bounce pass to Hogue, reverse layup, good! Hogue from Kane. Dustin in double figures, 64-60 Iowa State. That's about where we are. Here goes Niang against Austin, driving it in there. Tough one-hander, got it! George Niang, the finish, Cyclones by 6, 34 seconds. The closer does it again. Austin for 3 in transition, no good. Rebound Hogue, got rid of it to Long. They'll have to foul. Kane has the ball, they finally foul him. With 24.8 seconds to go. And how about George Niang?
They call him the closer, and there's a reason. He is unbelievable.
And with 10 seconds to go, Hogue is fouled. And Iowa State an 8-point lead. And they're going to win the Big 12 championship. Listen to this crowd. He got it.
Well, DeAndre Kane.
Here's Cherry. 2 seconds. Cherry, a floating jumper after the buzzer. And Iowa State has still never lost a home game to Baylor. They win it here at Sprint Center in impressive fashion. Iowa State is the champion of the Big 12 Conference, a 74-65 victory for the Cyclones. And this crowd is soaking up every minute of it.
Man, I keep saying that grit, man, that's what we got. You know, hard-nosed team, we battled. You know, we were down and we didn't give up. We came back, knocked down shots, played some defense, and got ourselves back into it. We showed incredible grit today, and, you know, amazing feeling.
How about these fans and this crowd?
You know, spectacular. These guys come out, support every game. You know, the amazing crowd right now, and they've just shown their support all year. So it's just great to have them. Cyclone Alley, you know, Cyclone fans are the best fans in the country.
This is great. All this program's been through, I committed to this program. Didn't even make any tournament. And now we're here showing people that we can win the Big 12 tournament, arguably the best conference in the country. So I'm just so proud of these guys, our coaches. I'm just ecstatic right now.
How about the crowd?
That was amazing. It's Hilton South, like playing at Hilton Coliseum. I'm glad they could witness this great thing that we just did.
We always say this, if Hilton was any bigger, I bet you we would still be packed. That's kind of why I came to Iowa State. You know, the fan support is amazing. The people just love the team. They love all Cyclone sports, man, and we're really one nation. So to see all the people, you know, make that drive, some people just made that drive this morning and stuff, it just shows the dedication and the love that they have for us, man. And I said this yesterday, man, we love them back, and that'll never change.
It's something I couldn't even explain. You know, I was lost for words out there. You know, I was just happy for the seniors. You know, they got a chance to finish their career, you know, Big 12 champs, and nobody could take that away from them. You know, so I was more happy for them and for the program, but you know, it was a big time, and I was just lost for words.
That was a fist bump for Coach Orr at the end of the game. Very emotional moment. Well, man, it means a lot. I know he's been with us all season, and you know, to find a way to overcome that start that we had was huge. But you know, we never doubted each other. Our defense kept us in the game when our offense was maybe as bad as it's been all year, at least in that first half. We got the ball where we wanted it, and yeah, ended up making big plays on the stretch.
As the confetti rains down here,
What do you think, Coach?
you know, I'm going to break the tradition here. Probably DeAndre Kane, but I'm picking this whole team. I think you don't win a Big 12 championship without tremendous things in it. This whole team, and without 15,000 people who made the trek down here or live here or whatever. But Cardinal and Gold has taken over Kansas City as a whole, and the Sprint Center specifically.
And the Cyclones up there celebrating. They've got the tournament championship trophy right now. This celebration wasn't just seen by Cyclone fans. It was shared across the country by a national TV audience. Here's a look at the championship run, courtesy of ESPN.
The Hilton Magic comes to Kansas City. On the move, here comes Kane, linked to the floor, and one. That's what he can do. He's devastating.
He's got great combination of size, speed, and strength.
They're going to fire up a three-ball, and Maslon makes it pay.
You're starting to see vintage Iowa State offense right now. I think every guy on the floor has a basket in this sequence.
Hogue, fade. Beautiful shot. He's had a couple of great shots.
Big shot.
Edgem off the deck on the drive. 22 for the Player of the Year. Take it long, hits the three ball on him. It's 81-78. Strip, turned it over. Forrest puts it down. Numbers for the Cyclones. And long finishes. Knocked away for a moment from Niang. Spins, comes down the lane, and one. Two brilliant moves by Niang off the bench here, Fran.
He's got that mobility, Brent. He's so hard to guard. He's a unique player at 6'7".
Iowa State survives and moves on. A gutty performance, putting 91 points on a tough Kansas State defense. Folks, if you like emotional, tough, physical basketball, you've come to the right place. Iowa State with the first hoop in this game. That's Kane right there. Keep an eye on him. What Niang can do. A great dish. Hope finishes. Beautiful setup.
Absolutely. That's what makes him so effective.
Kane open. Knocks down his three. The answer.
Fred Hoiberg has helped that jumper immensely.
Down comes Niang for the Cyclones. Off the dribble. That's something he could do. Long pass now to Ejim, and Wiggins is back at the other end, and one. That is smart basketball. Kane, three is good.
He's the real deal, Brent. Best transfer in college basketball.
The three, long score. What a huge hoop.
Oh, nice.
Great pass home. Beautiful second pass by Ejim, the Player of the Year. Here's Neal. Backing down trailer. Here he comes again. And they can't guard him.
Nope. Kansas cannot guard Iowa State right now. They need some answers.
The Cyclone fan base, you can hear them. There are thousands here. Edge is going to put down attack. And it'll be Wiggins handing off to Green. And here comes Green into Niang. And a foul is going to be called. And look at this, blood all over. You gotta love it.
Big 12 basketball, Brent. What a year.
Blood streaming from his face. Trying to snap that 5-game losing streak. Headed right off the floor toward the locker room. The Hilton Magic comes to Kansas City. And the mayor with one of the biggest wins in conference play. Iowa State is going to the Big 12 championship. What a performance by the Cyclones. Start the celebration in Ames. Tonight in prime time, the Big 12 crowns a new champion. Now this crowd again is just outstanding, and many people have driven down from the Ames, Iowa neighborhood. We've got another crowd in excess of 16,000. It has been unbelievable here this week. Now Kane at the other end, stops, pops, three ball. Back now to within 5. Niang again. Bevan gathers that time, pulls it to within 2. Long fade by Austin, air ball. And an open pass now to Kane again, lays it in. Hope in the paint, has it stripped away, underneath, clean up. Hope stays with it again. What a battler. Thomas off the dribble. Kisses it off the glass with a left hand. Wow, how about that? Gives it stripped away from Jefferson. Numbers, Edge on the drive, gives it up and laid in by Kane. Two within 2. Madness is here, folks. For the lead. Edge.
They put that play in this morning and they got it right the second time. He's an amazing shooter.
Long again. Gets it back for the Cyclones. You know what they say in horse racing? Down the stretch they come. Edge it. A 4-point advantage. Niang drives it to the hole. Wraps it around the 7-footer Austin. The victory's at hand. Iowa State wins the Big 12.
From a Big 12 championship to the NCAA tournament, Iowa State completes a thrilling March run by dancing all the way to the Sweet 16, making this one of the most memorable seasons in Cyclone history. From great individual performances to memorable team victories, this season was special. And as always, Iowa State fans soaked it in every step of the way. The 2013-14 season is what the Magic is all about. Heart, tradition, and the Cyclone spirit. A championship effort from the first fist pump to the last.